If you build a bridge between your physiology, your psychological space and the core of your existence, the still core of who you are, then you will see activity and inactivity are not very different for you. You can bring yourself to absolute stillness and be phenomenally dynamic. Phenomenally dynamic because that is the most dynamic space in the existence is the non-physical dimension. So, how do I do this? We could set up a simple process right now because we have only 40 minutes. I will just kind of guide you through this in a couple of minutes, 2 to 3 minutes maybe. But when you do it by yourself, you must take either anywhere between 12 to 21 minutes to do it by yourself. But right now we will do it in 3 to 4 minutes' time. You sit in such a way, if you can sit cross-legged, it's fine, otherwise sit whichever way and sit with your spine erect, create a little bit of tension right across the body from the top of your head down to your toes. Open your eyes fully, at least create that kind of tension in your eyes like you're staring at something. And your breath also slightly exaggerated. Now slowly, just only the breath, relax it. Relax your eyes, still looking, but bring staring to gazing kind of relaxation. Then starting from the top of your head, moving very slowly, relax very, very slowly. Let's say from the topmost point in your head, the top of your head, like in a radius of 1 centimeter at a time, relax like that and continue to extend it to 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters and let it spread slowly across the body. But don't change your posture. Your physical posture is still same. The posture that you are holding with a certain level of tension, slowly transform it into a very relaxed but still exactly same posture. Do not become like this. Still the same posture, but just relax everything. If one cycle of moving from top of your head down to your toes doesn't relax you, start again and again from the top of your head and bring it down. You can clearly notice whether relaxation is happening or not, depending upon how your breath functions and also the level of stress in your eyes, because you're sitting without blinking, if possible. If the lights are comfortable, you can sit without blinking. If the light is little sharp, you may blink once in a way, but that's okay, don't worry about those things. The important thing is, you create a posture that needs a certain amount of tension to hold, then slowly relax it. Start with the breath, move to the eyes, then move to the top of the head and down and again and again and again. Hold the same posture but in a very relaxed way. Please do this by yourself, giving yourself anywhere between 12 to 21 minutes. The important aspect of this is, you must understand, when your activity and your life is related to the nature of activity you perform, physically, mentally, emotionally, and it's limited to that, you naturally become, unknowingly, very prejudiced in terms of life. Prejudice means this, that unknowingly you have divided the world. First division happens, me versus the cosmos. Then it feels very lonely, so me and my family versus the cosmos. Then that also feels terrible, as you know right now in the lockdown, me, my friends and rest of the universe. That also doesn't feel good, then you say me and my community and rest of the universe, me and my nation and rest of the universe. Like this we may expand boundaries, but the problem is just this. The moment you identify with the limited aspect of physical dynamism, you naturally become a prejudiced existence. If you build a bridge with the still core of who you are, you become an unprejudiced existence. And this is very important if you want to perceive life just the way it is. You will always find that probably criminals are less prejudiced than priests, pandits, mullahs and scholars and people who think they are good. Unfortunately, this is true. Because a criminal's goal is very simple. He wants money, he wants wealth, he wants something. He has no problem whether you are a Hindu, Muslim, Sikh or Christian, he is willing to pick your pocket. He really has no problem who you are. This happened. Once Shankaran Pillai was in New York before the virus, I'm telling you. And he married a young American woman and she had just received a largesse or over $10 million from her grand aunt. After a week of marriage, she found he was barely interested in her, but only in the things that came with her. Then she cornered him and asked, "Did you marry me only for the $10 million that came from my grand aunt?" He said, "Sarah, let me be frank with you, I really don't care from whom it came." So, you will find usually criminals are quite unprejudiced. They're like virus. Whoever you are, whatever you think you are, they'll get you. But others are super prejudiced and they think they're good, that's the worst thing. Because once there is prejudice, negative action is just a question of situations pushing you into it. But you will do terrible things with great pride, that's the whole thing. You will do absolutely horrendous things with enormous pride that you're doing the right thing. You've always seen people who believe they're doing God's work do the most horrendous things on the planet. So that's been the history of humanity. So, the source, the still source within you, if you build a bridge to that, this is a good time. This is a good time because dynamism has to be in your stillness, because activity could break your home. I'm sorry if I'm rubbing it on you.